Good morning, it's Friday the 7th of February. So the canopy's back up, expecting some rain later. It's about 3 degrees and I left the heat mat, and it does a good job at keeping the area warm there. 8.4 degrees. So today, finishing off. Now, I should definitely be able to get that done. I have the bonding, that's the top of the bonding mullion. I've got 2 of those, and then I've got 4 of the shorter top sections. So I should be able to sneak them over the rods below the canopy, so leaving that on. Hopefully, I'll be able to start installing some of the interior structural insulation. I mean, it would be great if I managed to finish that by the end of today. Finally done. It's a little bit iffy on there, as it's being rendered. You'd never notice, but it's generally all plumb and level. I did have a problem with the foam, so it just wasn't coming out, so I had to take it, release the cap, take it all out. So it wasn't coming out in a nozzle, so I was pasting it on. I was able to get better coverage because it wasn't just a foam, but it kind of caused more difficulties. Kind of a thicker layer there, for example, but quite tidy on that side. All plumb and level. So this one, I have concrete grout fill from that point all the way to the top, and there concrete grout fill from there to there, which is what I'm going to do next. So I'll measure my quantities and then fill that in, and then that is the external mullions done. Well, to me it looks like a bomb site. Bomb just went off. All started getting on wrong really when the foam was running out. So I then applied it as not as a foam from the applicator, but by kind of spreading it on the surface, which then had me rushing around. So it's kind of more of a mess there. Some of the foam was thicker and moving the mullions around, not at plumb and level, but eventually I recovered that. We're effectively just rushing it. And then on the top there, I forgot to drill a bigger hole in the top mullion there, so the grout wasn't going down. So I recovered that somewhat by drilling in some holes and then filling this from the top of the back there. So that's a faffing around. Should have just got a new tub of foam. Anyway, I'm finished now. Not doing any more on that. Tidy up. Alright, a bit of a tidy up. Next, so I've got my structural insulation. So hopefully this should just be very straightforward. Got my adhesive, bond this together, and then I bond this to that, just like I did with the jambs. I've got this, and I don't know if I had any trimming to do. Oh, seems alright. Hopefully I've got no trimming to do at the top. Okay, so lunch now and then do that. Hopefully I can do that by the end of the day. All finally done. That's the interior structural insulation, the interior mullions attached to each other and to the exterior. So that's the full mullions done, the jambs are done. I've got the measurements, or these bracing sticks or whatever, so the windows are 56, and there's a little bit of give. It gives me I tried to, as much as possible, get the exterior at the exact measurement, but the interior is where the window is going to sit, so it kind of gives me a second chance to get it exactly right. And while this is setting, it's got a little bit of give in various parts, so I can make sure my setting out the windows is as exact as possible. The one at the top is a bit tight. Right, so I think that is done. So there's maybe a little bit of finishing bits to do. For example, applying the what do you call it? The bond to there. But no, that's all done now. So next is lintel header. I have a header which I'm going to put there, obviously there as well, and I will be casting that myself and designing that myself. So, but on top of that is well, first I need the lintels up. The lintels are going to go and get installed over those threaded rods to be able to pack them in place, secure them up there, so the entire structure will be quite secure and secured to the wall. I guess the bit you can't quite see at the moment, but that was the worst bit. Having to mess around with that foam really threw me off there, and I was rushing around, and it meant that on that top mullion there, the hole wasn't wide enough for the cementous grout, so I ended up having to drill a hole back in the back of these and then filling them that way and then filling up that hole. So that took a bit of faffing. But yeah, some last just bracing, and then that is it for the day.